Welcome to the Zenture 3-part video series. This module is focused on the quoting functions of the platform. So right now, let's do a quick demo and look at some of the key features. So right now, I'm going to explain the quoting section. Here you can see all the quotes in one easy-to-view section. Here in this specific question, you can filter by specific type, in this case, MPLS. Here you can see all the types, and you can also filter by clients. So right now, let's create a new quote. First, press Request Service. We're going to type in Internet Multi-Site. The client will set as Nova. You can also link a project to the quote. Automatically, you have your preferred providers. Now select a type. In this case, Internet Access, and it's going to be a multi-site. Then we choose the site, a dedicated Internet Access. We'll select 600. For post capacity, we'll select 30. And for contract term, we'll select 12 months. And then just press the Add button. And down below, we can select another site. We'll go broadband. Then we'll select our download bandwidth and our upload bandwidth, as well as our port capacity. And the contract term we'll set for 24 months. In some notes, we'll add some additional requirements here. And then we press Create. As you can see, this is the quote we just created and did it much quicker than the traditional workflow. So once you have this view where you can see all the fields we filled in, you can see all the additional information. And you can also review just by pressing this button. And when you review the quote, you can also edit some fields. Let's say I don't want to quote this service to this provider. I'll remove this one. And I'll add another one like this one, and we'll save that. And now I'll approve the quote. Once you approve the quote, you can see all the services right here. In this table, you can see all the providers that you previously selected. And then you can start completing the prices. And then the file will be sent to the providers. And here are the prices. And here you can see we received an email every time the price changed status, so you're always in the know. And when you send this to the providers that you selected, you can choose who will receive the quote right here. So as an example, right now we're going to send it to the providers. So an email is sent to the providers. So we can see right here, they've received the email. The provider then gets this email, they can see the message. You simply click on the file, and once they receive it, they can then complete with prices. Then we'll save it. So once the providers reply to your email, you're going to import those prices. Let's say AT&T. Then you're going to import the prices that your provider sent to you. So as you can see in this table for AT&T, we now have these prices. And this will simply be repeated for all the providers. Once you have all the prices, you're going to say, okay, we received the quotes from the providers. You'll then change the status of the quotes. So then we'll go over to this document where you have the prices in it. Here's the email that we sent to the client. They now have a link to the quote as well as all the prices in this file right here. Once the client has all the prices, they're able to select the provider. Let's say they choose AT&T because they have the best prices. So the selected provider was AT&T, and the next step is to provide the signature for the quote. And this is purely optional. Sometimes there'll be documents to sign and sometimes not. Once it's signed, you now have the option to create order. Once you press the Create Order button, you simply provide the information that it requests, including name, Zenture PM, and carrier PM. Then you simply press Create Order. So this quote is now completed as reflected in the status. So if you go to Project Management section and then click on Orders, you'll now see the order created from that quote. You can also see there's an orders workflow where you can easily gain insight into the overall progress and status of the orders. Simply click on it and you can see all the specific details. From this point, you can start the order. Now you can see the status is currently in progress. You can now see that the order is in the In Progress column, and you can then move it over to Service Provider Verified. And you can also conveniently execute the action from there as well. So now the order is in the last status column on the right. We also have Quotes Workflow where you can see the order status from one area to another. And you can easily move the quotes from one status to another. And here you can easily see the data the entire time, providing a key snapshot of overall status. And that concludes our quoting functionality. Right now, let's go over the steps that quickly and conveniently make up the new streamlined quoting process. 1. View existing quotes. 2. Create a new quote. 3. Review and edit the quote. 4. Manage provider pricing. 5. Present the quote to the client. 6. Complete the quoting process. And finally, monitor the quoting workflow. Thanks for watching the overview of the quoting process.